Hello, I thought I would make this video today in order to illustrate a few tips about sitting for meditation, which might seem like a bit of a given, but there are a few tricks to it and a few pointers that might not be immediately obvious. I don't know if any of you are like me, but despite having practiced yoga for a few years, I still am not overly flexible in my hips and knees. So these picture perfect, Instagram poses of people sitting in lotus position or cross-legged for ages, that stuff just isn't for me. And it's not for most people, and that's perfectly fine. And so I just wanted to point out the correct way to sit if you're not capable of getting into those particular positions. So you can see the way I'm sitting now, looks like I'm kneeling, but what I'm actually doing is just wrapped under my bum there a bit. Got a yoga block, okay? And I just put that there. And I've got my ankles on either side of it, and I'm just sitting, because the main thing you want to do is have your back straight and relaxed. And you want to be in a position that you can maintain for about 15 minutes without getting overly cramped or tired or pins, needles, whatever. And this one works for me personally. I can also sit cross-legged, that's fine as well, but this one is slightly more comfortable than that even. So, as I said, you want to keep the back straight, and when I say keep it straight, I don't mean you to go rigid, just straight. Imagine that the top of your head is being pulled upwards by something, some sort of rope or crane or whatever. Keep that chin up. In our modern world, we tend to be on phones a lot or laptops, whatever, and our heads can creep down a wee bit. Those neck muscles in the back there can get a wee bit weak. That's fine. We just want to be a wee bit mindful of that, so just make sure to keep that chin up, and again, try and do that in a gentle manner. So chin up and level, so try and think about it as being level with the ground. And relaxed. And you want to keep those shoulder blades pulled together just a wee bit, not tight, again, just a wee bit, chest ever so slightly forward. And you'll feel as you get into that position that it's quite a natural position for the body to be in. And even sitting in this way can be good for your spine. And the other thing to do is to take care of your facial muscles, so not screwed up with tension. Just relax them as much as you can and pop just a slight smile on your face, like. And the other thing you can do is, if you want to, and I'll do this myself for longer sits, is get a chair. A chair in which you can sit with your knees at 90 degrees, feet flat on the ground. So a kitchen chair is good. And that's absolutely perfectly fine. That's better than fine, just as long as you can have your back straight and be comfortable. And the placement of your hands, the hands should be placed on your thighs like so. There's lots of mudras that people do, which is like this sort of thing, this, whatever, that. Don't worry about that necessarily, you can if you want to. This is comfortable, so do this. That's my recommendation. Because you just want to be able to breathe and be comfy. When you're meditating, you don't want to be thinking, oh shit, my back hurts, my neck hurts, I don't know what to do with my hands, whatever. Yeah. But it's fine if that's what comes up. It happens with all of us in meditation. We might get a bit crampy or something, and just go with it. It happens, shit happens, and that's one of the major lessons of meditation, is to ride through things. Things happen and we just keep going. That's life. Doesn't mean we block them out. We feel them, we notice them, we accept them, and then we move on. So now I'm going to talk you through just a wee meditation that you can do at any time. Oh, and also, yeah, look at this woolen thing. So this is something you can do. Just grab a nice woolen blanket, make it into a square like I've done here by folding, pop it on the ground so you've got your little meditation enclave. That's your spot in the house you go to meditate. Helps to have that same spot you go to. It helps put you in the same mindset and keep you comfortable and warm. And the same with this robe. I thought it was fabulous. It's nice to wear a nice robe while you meditate. I've also got a blanket that my great aunt made for me when I was a baby, and I will wear that when it gets a bit cold. It can be quite, if you pop the fan heater on, this thing, you can sometimes start to roast, so it's better to put a blanket around you. So just imagine you've come home, it's a few hours before bedtime, you've had your dinner, you've done your things, you just want to take a bit of quiet time for yourself, and you might have had a bit of a hectic day, so come and sit down on your mat. Now, first thing you want to do with a bit of stress and anxiety is make sure that your out breath is longer than your in breath. So, breathing in and out. As you breathe in, just notice the breath. Maybe notice the rise and fall of your chest. The passage of the air across your top lip. And just breathe. If you start to feel the reverse, like you're going to sleep and you don't want to, make that out breath shorter than your in breath. So, out, in, out. Just notice how that feels when you're doing that, and pay attention to the sensations in your body. Just experience them. There's no need to analyse them as such. If you do, that's cool as well, but always try and bring it back to the breath, and just try and sit like this for 10 or 15 minutes. That's something you can do. I always put a timer on my phone. There's some good apps that have timers on them. You can put binaural beats or music on your headphones. YouTube is good for that, Spotify. I tend to not to, because I think it's important just to come to the pure reality. The reality that most of us are running away from in this life is that reality of actually sitting there, being in our own skin, no distractions, all that stuff. And I think if we can learn to reconnect with that and withstand that, then we stand the chance of being much more healthier and happier within ourselves, much more self-accepting and able to see obstacles as they arise and work with them. So that's it for me from today. I hope you enjoyed that. Please feel free to ask me any questions you'd like to, flick me an email, comment message, all those good things, and I'll catch you in some videos coming up. Bye bye.